Peace. My name is I Am All, Supreme Super Dimension, and Universal Peace, Love, and Happiness. These are Allah World Manifest interviews. This is dealing with the high science and high discipline of righteousness of Allah's World Manifest. In this science and discipline, I'm interviewing my big brother right here, Allah Supreme. Peace, God.
Peace, God.
Hey, when did you get to knowledge yourself, God?
1964.
Okay, what was that like, big brother?
Let me go back a little bit. In 1960, I got an altercation in school. I got expelled, and my old lady sent me up here to Mecca to stay with my uncle. And while staying with my uncle, he was in the temple, he was in the mosque. He was a Muslim. So they wanted me to get disciplined, and he pushed me in the mosque, 8 years old. And I didn't want to be there. I was forced to be there because that's when he put me there, for discipline. Most of the people in the temple was older people, and I didn't really relate. I didn't identify. I like movies. I like listening to radio. I like going to parties. I had a girlfriend. These are things you can't do while you're in the temple. These are things they try to restrict you from doing. So in 1964, I was going home. I was from Mecca, coming from the temple, going over here 127th Street, on the 8th train to go to Medina, to Bed-Stuy where I lived at. And I ran into Kareem and Al-Jabbar. And we started building. They started telling me about the nation of 5%, about Allah and justice. And my main question to them was this: I can still study the lessons, teach Islam, and have a girlfriend, go to movies, play basketball, hang out, do all the things they were allowed to do as a kid in the temple. And they said, yeah, that's why I wanted to become 5%. And I told them, yeah, man, sign me up right now. And that's how I became a 5%. I got introduced to this nation. Immediately, they started teaching me the basic teaching of first now born. Telling me things I had to do, things I couldn't do, I had to go on the fast, why I'm going on the fast. They said I had to go on the fast for two reasons. One, to clean myself up. Two, to prove that this controls this. That we have the ability to utilize our mind, control and function for our body to function. And that we can do literally and become anything that we want to be. With anything you can conceive, your mind can conceive, you can achieve. I wasn't taught by just any one brother or any two brothers. At that time, Allah taught all of us. He would teach them, and because I was a kid, only 12 years old, I would have to go to school. So I didn't come up till maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening. When I did come up to Mecca, a lot of times I went up to the head of Medina, and the firstborns in Medina, I would go up there and see them. He would have taught them, or they came up here and got the teaching from whoever he had taught that day. And he would teach us. And then we would take it to our prospective neighborhoods. I'm from Bed-Stuy. So I would go to Bed-Stuy and I would teach the gods and earths out there, whatever I learned that Allah taught us for that day. And what I learned from the other brothers and sisters in the nation. Allah told us that the young are supposed to respect the old. I was 12 years old. So most of the gods was older than me. Even though I had knowledge of longer than them, and I may have knew more than them, they was older than me, and I learned a great deal from them. Not just specifically our lessons, but how to hustle, how to conduct yourself, martial arts, how to defend yourself. We had brothers that was boxers. They would teach you how to fight. We had house parliaments. We would come together, the guys, the earths in our neighborhood, and we would sit down in different houses, different apartments, and we would build on what we learned that day. Whatever you learned in school that day, you got to learn. You had to come to that house parliament. You got to get up there. You got to tell them, teach us something that you learned. So it was important that you listened while you was in school, because we didn't take nothing on face value. You had to show and prove whatever you was manifesting to us, and you got to be able to give us reference points so that we can check up on what you tell us is right and exact, and that we can be able to show and prove it. It's not about repeating what other people tell you. It's about being able to decipher, understand, and express what you learned that they're telling you. We learn to accept nothing on face value, but face to value the things that we accept. Meaning that if you're told a thing, hold it in your brain. Write it down on a piece of paper. Go back, library, encyclopedias, dictionaries, whatever books, whatever science, history it pertains to, check it out. Find out what it means. Find out what it's about for yourself, so you can express it from your own words. Because Allah told us that each and every one of us, wisdom is going to save our life. My wisdom can only save my life and nobody else's. Their wisdom is going to save their life. So therefore, it's important that you develop your own. So in the early days, we all learned from Allah. Each one of us taught what we learned from Allah. We was taught that each one teach one according to what you was taught. So we pretty much sound the same, look the same, pretty much try to dress the same, walk the same. We was brothers, and we was taught one of the most important things was love your brother. And when we learned that, when I first heard that, it kind of went over my head. But then it didn't take long to realize that it was a reality that you had to come to terms with early in this nation. Because when I went home and told my mother that I'm a father sinner, the very first thing she did was check me out. You're not going to teach that stuff here. I don't want your brothers and sisters. I'm the second oldest of 7, and you're not going to teach that here. So I had to I went home, went out in the street, hooked up with the other guys. We got us an apartment, and we were living sometimes 9 and 10 of us in the same apartment. In order to eat, we would pool our money together for food. At that time, we were still undisciplined. We were still up from being savages, so we went around stealing to eat, stealing to, for clothing, because we had no other means of support. We didn't know how to work. We was kids. And that went on for about a year. Then Allah realized that we needed that. We needed a means in order to survive, a viable means of support. So he joined that program called How You Act. That's also the reason why he went to Manawan. And while he was in the How You Act program, the reason he joined the How You Act was so he can get a stipend. And we received a stipend of $60 a week being part of How You Act. So we have money to get furnished apartment. It's going to cost about $20, $25 then. And then you have $30, $35 left over to be able to buy food, a little clothing, maybe even go to a movie or a dance or whatever. And then he went to Manawan. While he was in Manawan, we developed ministers. I was a minister of Best Side. I was living then on Green and Stuyvesant. I was a minister in Best Side. And then I moved from there to Bushwick. And while when I left Best Side, went to Bushwick, I hooked up with a brother named Kasim. He was a minister out there. Me and him together, we started teaching out that way. And we developed the biggest population of God's earth in this nation. We had over 500 father sinners. Mainly because most of his family was father sinners, and most of my family was father sinners. And all of our friends, everybody we came in contact with, learned from us. I was nice with my hands, and he was real nice with that martial arts. And he was teaching me martial arts, and he already knew how to box. So I had to teach him that. And so we became a force.